Your Honors, you have billions of pesos of equipment in these facilities, and yet you don't have CCTV footage.
Shoutout mga kababayan at isang mapagpalang araw po sa ating lahat. At narito po tayo para sa panibagong update sa naganap na Senate hearing kaugnay nga sa nangyaring technical glitch, power outage sa NAIA noong January 1 kung saan naperwisyo itong almost 56,000 passengers plus more than 300 flights. So marami ang naonsimi, marami ang dismaya, maraming nabuwaiset, maraming nagalit, maraming nagsilabas ng kanilang sama ng loob sa social media. Alam mo yung matindi dito. Kasi ito pala yung pinaka-importanting equipment area or equipment room nitong CAAP, wala palang CCTV. Ngayon, ang tinatanong ni Senator Sen.Zubiri, paano kung sinabotahe yung ating sistema, may pumasok dyan, hindi natin alam, na isa sa inyong mga pinagkatiwalaang empleyado dyan ay pumasok sa inyong system or equipment room, tapos nagmaniobra, gumawa ng kalukuhan para isabotahe itong system ng CAAP para bumagsak nga itong operation, itong nangyari ngayon na power outage para masira itong circuit breaker. Paano nyo umano mapatunayan nasaan yung mga CCTV? Isa sa ng paraan para malaman talaga at ma-find out kung mayroong bang sabotahe. Ito ba ay talagang nangyari lang na walang sisihin, technical issue lang talaga na hindi sinasadya, na hindi inaasahang mangyari. Pero paano nga kasi wala umanong CCTV? Napakamahal na equipment, billion. CCTV magkano lang hindi umano nilagyan. Kalokohan talaga, oh my goodness.
Question, Madam Chair, is very simple. It's I just can't fathom the idea that our CNS ATM, our navigation system for all our flights would conk out, especially in such an important time as January 1, where it is the peak of the holiday season. I can't seem to believe the fact that the system conked out on its own. And as I mentioned in many interviews, could be three possible scenarios. One was really incompetence of our personnel at that particular point in time. Maybe the outdated equipment. And probably the third would be sabotage. We'd like to pursue these three, of course, topics during the line of questioning today. And I even mentioned, Your Honor, to you when we met over dinner last night to discuss this hearing. I mentioned that it should be treated like a forensic investigation. So may I make a suggestion to our committee members that are present now, if they can lay the timeline. And when I say lay the timeline, from the day this thing had happened, all the way to the repair of the machinery and equipment. For example, we'd like to know, and we'd like to ask CAAP, Madam Chair, if they can submit to us the CCTV footage. I hope that there are CCTV footage. Can we confirm, Madam Chair, to the CAAP, to Director General Tamayo, that these particular areas have CCTV footages? And are they online?
Captain Tamayo, you are recognized. Please answer the question of our Senate President.
Madam Chair, unfortunately, we don't have any CCTV coverage inside the equipment room.
Yan nga mga idol ang sinasabi natin. Kalukuhan. Billion ang halaga nitong equipment, itong system, itong CNS ATM, napakamahal. Dito nakasalalay yung mga flight ng mga airport natin. Dito nakasalalay yung operasyon ng mga airport natin. Tapos, walang CCTV camera. Imagine nyo kung ganong kalokohan yan. Na kung pinasok ng mga sabotahe dyan, may naglagay ng mga device dyan para magamit, para masira itong circuit breaker, para ma-hack itong system ng CAAP, tapos wala palang CCTV. Paano ngayon yan yung paano ngayon yan yung hinihingi ni Senator Mig-Zubiri na gusto niyang humingi ng kopya ng CCTV? Anong ibigay sa kanya? Eh kasi wala. Grabe naman tong ano natin, mga nagtatrabaho diyan sa CAAP natin. Saan na pupunta yung pera? Saan na pupunta nga ba? Ano? Nako po.
But in other areas of the facility we have.
Are you trying to tell me, Director General, that in the most sensitive portion of the functions and navigational equipment of our country, which is the CNS ATM room, we have no CCTV. So you cannot tell if somebody actually went inside and sabotaged the equipment.
That's
Thank you,
correct,
General.
sir. We have implemented very strict security protocols as far as the CNS ATM is concerned, and more specifically the ATMC building. Not just anybody can enter. In fact, you need a special ID or key just to be able to have access, aside from having 24/7 security at all times. Now, yun hong ano,
Yes, Director General, I have a very short time. What you're trying to tell me is the
So yun nga mga idol, ano, sabihin natin okay tight yung security po natin, 24 hours yung security po natin. Pero lahat ba dyan na mga nagtatrabaho sa CAAP, sigurado ba kayo na walang pwedeng magsabotahe? Na walang magsira sa administrasyon? Na walang sisira sa sistema dyan ng CAAP para bumagsak itong operasyon at magkaroon nga ng itong technical issue na napakalaki, napakahaba, almost 6 hours. Tapos 56,000 passengers, more than 300 flights, billion ang nawala sa ekonomiya ng ating gobyerno. Tapos, sabihin nyo walang CCTV. Napaka-importante talaga ito kasi unang-una, kung ganito, mayroong investigation para malaman talaga kung ano yung totoong nangyari. Ang CCTV ay isa sa magpapatunay sana kung mayroon dyan sa equipment room. Kasi hindi rin tayo sigurado kahit yung mga mapagkatiwalaan yung mga empleyado diyan sa CAAP, eh balay mo, 'di ba? Isa sa mga binayaran para isabotahe itong sistema, para masira itong administrasyon, para makansela itong mga flight, 'di ba? Hindi natin alam. O isabotahe, i-cyber attack itong sistema ninyo. Eh kung may CCTV sana, at least may isa pang option para masilip kung mayroon bang posibleng pumasok dyan sa inyong equipment room. Eh, kaso wala. So, wala rin. Talaga. Ano pang magagawa? Eh, wala. Alangan installan mo pa yan. Tapos na yung nangyari. So, iyak na lang si Senator Mig-Zubiri dyan sa kanyang hinihinging CCTV na isa sanang paraan para ma-find out kung ano nga ba ang totoong nangyari.
security checks and clearances are done in the entrance of the building. And what you're telling me is the security checks are done in the entrance of the building. So what about the secured facilities, the very sensitive and highly, I'd say, of course, guarded facilities like this navigational system? So what you're telling me, pag nakapasok na yung tao, hindi niya na monitor kung saan pumapasok yung tao sa loob ng building ninyo. Is that correct?
That's correct, sir. But in some areas, we do have CCTVs. Unfortunately, wala ko dun sa ano.
Alam mo,
Because before you're able to enter this particular equipment room, kailangan ho natin ng RFID just to be able to access.
so you know, we can place in your timeline these personnel who were there prior to the breakdown of the equipment. Is that correct?
That's correct, sir. We have the list of personnel on duty. We have logs of everything that happened inside.
Unfortunately, you have the logs of what happened, but nothing compares to a CCTV footage. Is that correct, Director General?
That's correct, sir.
So, this now we realize.
Napakasyo nga nitong Director General ng CAAP, no? Imagine mo CCTV lang hindi malagyan itong napakamahal na equipment room na nandun lahat itong CNS ATM kung saan ay kung nasira ito mo, imagine mo circuit breaker lang yung nasira. Ngayon hindi nila talaga ma-find out, hindi nila talaga ma 100% mapatunayan diyan kung sino o posibleng may sabotay o incompetence ba ang nangyari, baga yung kanilang investigation ay may gap, may kulang. Kasi kulang, walang CCTV. Hindi nila alam kung sinong pumasok doon. Posible naman kasi na pumasok yung tao diyan sa pinaka equipment room na hindi naglag, 'di ba? Sabihin natin mayroong security ID, tatap mo yung ID mo bago ka papasok, makakapasok diyan sa loob ng equipment room. Pero malay mo ba na talagang may gumagawa?
In today's hearing, that a very sensitive portion of your facility has no CCTV footage or coverage. I mean, I was showing Senator Grace Paul last night and Senator Lauren Legarda in my home in Cagayan de Oro. I have CCTV footage for my whole house. So, I mean, it's not that difficult to put.
So dapat talaga managot ang CAAP. CAAP talaga yung may pananagutan dito para sa akin lang. Kasi sila yung nagkulang dito unang-una.
CCTV cameras, Your Honors, you have billions of pesos of equipment in these facilities.
Billion of pesos yan, mga kababayan natin, ha?
And yet, you don't have CCTV footage in these sensitive areas. Because, yes, you may have qualified people, General. You may have qualified people to look at these facilities, well-trained. But, you know, it could also be negligence on their part. They go in there, they make a mistake on what they connect, and you will never know because it is their word against yours. It is their word against yours kasi walang CCTV footage. I just cannot believe that there's no CCTV footage in that highly sensitive area. Well, that's an eye-opener for me, Your Honors. So, it's safe to say that you can only rely on the logs of those personnel that had gone into these facilities at that particular time. Is that correct, DG?
That's correct, sir. And not just anybody is allowed. Only those authorized to enter the equipment room have access.
No, that's correct, Your Honor, Director General. You're absolutely correct. But what if that fellow made a mistake? What if that fellow plugged us? That's the Marites, no? Yan yung umiikot na Marites all over social media, and what's been reaching to us that there was a mistake in the plugging of a particular.
Actually, Marites lang yan. Pero posible, ha? Minsan sa Marites, makakuha ka pa ng tamang impormasyon. Pero posible nangyari yan, ha? Yung sinasabing, yung mga sinasabi ni Senator Sen.Zubiri, itong sinasabi niyang Marites lang. Baka mayroon niyang nagkamali lang, hindi nilang sinasadya. Diba? So, it's negligence of duty. Kung may CCTV sana, huli ka. Wala. Nga.
Equipment from 220 to 380 voltage. Obviously, that's human error. If that's human error, as I said, head should roll. In this case, somebody should get punished, or at least a case should be filed against him for negligence. Pero, kaya nga sabi ko, paano natin masasabi yun kung hindi natin nakita? Di ba? So yan ang napaka-importante. This is just a simple system of security. And I see that we have a lack of security, particularly in these highly sensitive areas. You know, Director General, I had a chance to go to a nuclear power facility in France, and Senator JV was there with me. He's there now in plenary. We had to go through 4 different systems check. As a matter of fact, yung executive assistant ko hindi nakapasok kasi mali yung pangalan na middle initial na ilagay niya sa ID that we had to get when we entered the facility. And he was not able to enter the facility even if we were on official mission. They were that strict when it comes to protocols on security. Every corner of the facility had CCTV systems. Every corner. There's not one blind spot in that facility. Now, again, there's national security concerns here. Kami ni Senator Bato de la Rosa, who just went online, we feel that we need to protect this system at all costs from any forms of sabotage and or even incompetence, because as I can see, it looks like the maintenance is or the lack of maintenance of these facilities is the cause for this particular outage. Now, my second question, can we now Your Honors, Director General, come up with a timeline, minute-to-minute report on what had transpired so we can tell if it was the equipment that was faulty, if it was human error, or a combination of both. Can we do that, Director General?
We shall comply, sir. We will.
So, yun nga mga idol, ano? Talaga nga namang walang magawa diyan si Senator Sen.Zubiri kasi yung hinihingi niya talagang kopya nitong CCTV talagang hindi mabigay kasi wala naman talagang CCTV. So, sayang lang ano kasi unang-una isa sana yun sa mga paraan para malaman kung pwede bang sinabotahe itong sistema diyan sa CAAP para ibagsak itong operasyon ng ating paliparan.